have reached the dressing room. There you go. He's got his dance out. He won't be drinking out of the cup, but he's got his dance and has been sprayed with champagne. Let's bring you
a moment. Newcastle fan.
Carabao Cup, and the fans are still here, and the noise hasn't gone down. And I've no idea whether you can hear me or not, but you've had quite a good week, haven't you?
Not bad. Yeah. I've had worse weeks. I don't really want to go to sleep because I feel like I'm dreaming and it's all going to be a lie, but we'll see.
I mean, that was the third corner that had come your way.
Yeah.
And as it came your way, did your eyes light up?
Yeah, I think so. I knew that Alexis was...
Burn, he's from Burn!
Yeah, I knew Alexis wasn't looking at the ball, so I'd be able to get a good jump on him. And as soon as I headed it, I knew it was in. It was just one of them, but I don't get many, so at least I've saved it for a big occasion.
Well, we can show it you, and Eddie Howe was here talking to us earlier. He said it hadn't necessarily gone that way in practice.
He said mixed. I've heard mixed.
Mixed.
No, mixed, but I think, I feel sometimes that I get around a lot of bodies and it's sometimes hard to get free, but Barnesy helped us with Alexis here just to put him off a little bit and then just met it and good connection.
I know we talk about the week that you've had, and you called up to the England team. You were one of the first players, and we talked to Eddie about this, who came in that January transfer window, and you're back at your local club. I mean, can you put it all into words?
No, definitely not. I feel strange at the minute. I feel numb. Like it's hard to put anything into words at the minute, really, to be honest.
I'm not ignoring you. I just had to.
I think it's his game. I think he was brilliant. I mean, if he can score goals, that's great. But the way he defends and the way he wins every duel, that's really, he sets the foundation for us to be able to perform as well.
When you see this, and obviously you've come into the club, not from the area like down, and you see this, and you feel that emotion, what do you think of all of this?
It's amazing, honestly. And I think this is really just the start. I think we'll see so much more from the fans and how much it means for the people, obviously once we get back to Newcastle and so, but we're all aware of how much it means and how long it's been without a trophy. So for us to be able to give the fans that is amazing.
You had one disallowed goal, which you weren't offside actually. It was Bruno Guimaraes who was offside, deemed to have been putting off Jamie Carragher. So this could have stood depending on the perception of whether he was putting Carragher off or not.
Yeah, I know. I tried to tell the referee that it wasn't
probably
offside.
should have scored that, to be fair.
Well, I didn't like to say, Dan, but
couldn't get a brace like
so, no, it's one of those moments where a bit unlucky, but worked out well.
You put that out of your mind very quickly, because less than 2 minutes later, and you put Newcastle 2 up.
Yeah, I think these games are about moments, and it's not necessarily about playing really good as a striker. It's about when you get the chance to be ready and to finish it off.
I was just going to say how you felt about that strike, because as you said, we were saying that was going to be a big matchup today, you against Van Dijk, and how it would happen. Probably didn't happen the way you wanted it to happen, but I thought that was an unbelievable strike coming back for someone who hadn't touched the ball as much as you probably wanted to in the game. Yeah,
no, for sure. I think first half was probably a bit frustrating for me. I didn't really have much to work on, but I kept telling myself, and many of the teammates and the staff also told me in half-time that my moment was going to come and I had to be ready. So that was really my mindset. And when I got the chance, I put it in the back of the net. So amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah. What's quite refreshing to hear you say at the very start of the interview is, Alexander, this is the start of something great. So the future, I mean, I said off air as well, said about this is the springboard for the club to go on to the next level, to get more trophies, because you have, these fans have deserved this. It's a long wait, 70 years, and you guys have produced today.
Yeah, for sure. I think when you've been without a trophy for such a long time, it can be in the back of your head. But obviously when we now won this, hopefully it's just bright days in front of us.
Do you I just want to show you one other thing in that second half, which was you going on an overlap for about 80 yards. But what it highlighted was the intensity that you as a team had from start to finish.
I think we've talked about it before the game, that we've been really slow starting second halves and really invited pressure onto ourselves, so we didn't want to take a backward step. And I think it's more just a mentality. I know the gaffer probably was screaming at us to get back, but
you trying to get your running stats up or something?
So were we. We were screaming at you.
What's he doing?
I should have slid it in to be fair, but still.
Dan, as weeks go, it's as good as it gets, and get an England call up, win the Carabao Cup. But I've heard there's a little bit of bad news that you're not going to be on a trip to Dubai this week.
Yeah, I tainted it a little bit, but
are you going?
No.
I'm not going.
He's going international as well. I was saying to the lads that would have to make a pact that no one would go on international duty, we'd all go to Dubai, but I'm not trying to do that.
Exactly. Oh, Thomas, if you can maybe train out there.
Is it tomorrow? When do you join up?
Tomorrow morning.
Right.
So
you don't get a pass, do you?
No, definitely not. I'll be there early doors. Might be the first one there. 8 o'clock.
How nerve-wracking did you both find the last 10 minutes or so?
I think probably a bit more nerve-wracking for me because I was off the pitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt like there was a situation where there was a handball, and he probably should have blew that, called it straight away. But then it was a goal, and it's always tough to sit and watch. But yeah, I think the lads that came on really handled it well, and obviously the ones who played as well.
I thought we sorted out well, to be fair, the last few minutes, keeping it in the corner. I think we've struggled with that in the past. And I felt comfortable for a lot of it, but you always know when Liverpool have got the quality to get a goal.
Right, take your trophy. Thank you very much, mate. This is what's happening in your changing room at the moment, which hopefully you can see on the screen here.
Let's get signed up.
You're not allowed any of that.
I'm not allowed that. I'm not allowed that.
But you all, you go back and enjoy your dressing room, get yourselves warm. Congratulations. See you soon, Dan. Thank you. Thank you. Well. And Jamie, as they all go back, saying
Have a great week this week.
that intensity, Jamie, and that run highlighted probably the difference in the two teams through no fault of Liverpool's coming off the back of Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, I mean, I just think physically, under Eddie Howe, Newcastle have been a physical, powerful team, intensity, pressing, playing with pace. They've probably been a little bit inconsistent this season in terms of how they've played in the past years. And they probably haven't come in the best of forms, but they just saved the best until now. Now, Eddie Howe mentioned to us as well that it wasn't a great footballing game. It wasn't. But I think a lot of that was a deliberate ploy from Newcastle because they're probably looking at Liverpool in the last sort of 3-4 weeks, not themselves really in terms of getting some results, not performing really well. But they just couldn't cope intense-wise. And I think there's a lack of pace in the Liverpool front three. That's something that we can maybe, if we get to listen, it's not Liverpool's day, it's all about Newcastle, but I think that's shone a light on Liverpool a little bit today, that there's a serious lack of pace at times in certain areas of the pitch. But in terms of physically, set piece wise, duels in the middle of the park, people making runs like Dan Burn, Isak, Liverpool couldn't cope physically.
It was incredible to hear a manager as well, quite refreshing to say that we didn't want to show our hand in a league game a few weeks ago. And it was a brilliant question from you, Mark, because it was something that you very rarely hear a manager say, because I think Alexander Isak didn't play that day, and the way that they maybe set up, just not showing too much of what they were trying to do. And they've built everything up, because their form leading up to this hasn't been probably perfect. Obviously going out the FA Cup, injuries, but the way they responded to that little bit of adversity, it made no difference to them whatsoever.
Dan Burn and Alexander Isak.
It's waited for decades. You're out here celebrating, you're seeing their faces, the tears. How does it feel?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. You can see in my face, unbelievable feeling, unbelievable day. I dream so much with this day. I dream so much every day with this moment, and yes. Well done to every player, the coach, everyone, connect the club. Us on the pitch, it was an unbelievable game. I'm busy, it's no word to say how I'm feeling now.
I remember when you joined Newcastle, it's been quite a journey for you here in this club. Does it make you feel this emotional to think of everything you went through since you joined Newcastle to this moment, lifting a trophy?
Yes, and all my journey since I started playing football, to come from the northeast, from Brazil, to where I am today, and to make me really proud, and to win for this club make me feel real proud. It's an honor for me to give something back to them. They are unbelievable fans. They support us in every moment, even in difficult moments. Like you said, I'm here almost 6 years. I had bad times, difficult times, but I never give up. I always believe in myself, and so they are. They always believe in us. They always supporting us, and they deserve it. After so long, I hope it's start off a new era for this club.
We're seeing the tears of joy, but we've seen a lot of emotions from you on the pitch. You celebrated every tackle like it was a goal.
Yes, that's the feeling. It's a final. We want to win. It was so disappointing the last in the last final we came here and lose. And today we knew we could leave anything in the tank, so I have to give everything, every play, and I think we did that. Everyone fight, everyone run, win the duels, just show how much we want. And yes, I'm so glad, so happy the fans. I'm happy to make my family proud, and yes, great day.
And could you give a word on Eddie Howe, because he's been so important in your journey here in this club. He changed your position. You have a great relationship with him. How important has he been to this moment?
Yeah, he's great. There's so many words I can to say about him. He's a great person, a great man. Work hard, a man that give everything every day since he joined the club. And yes, unbelievable journey. We come together, and I'm so happy to give him the title as well. Every time I step on the pitch, I give my best for him as well, because he believed in myself. He changed my position since day one. He gave me the confidence to play, and I am so happy to have him here. And yes, unbelievable feeling. He's a great man. I love him.
Joe, enjoy the celebration.
Thank you very much.